Hey, and yes, it's Feeling You with Vic the Brick Jacobs right there in the nutty skull cap, and me, PJ, holding things down over here with the palm trees and stuff. Victor, I don't know about you, but I was up most of the night, couldn't even sleep. I mean, I was so riled up. First of all, I was riled up by game six of the Dodgers, which just was incredible. But game seven, how can you top game six? You play game seven, right, in Toronto. And the Dodgers put them away in 11 innings. I'm stunned. I'm actually stunned. And there's a lot of credit to go around to a lot of people. But first, we got to give credit. You and I said six games, the Dodgers. Yuko, your beloved bride and queen of the gong, said seven games. She was right.
Gong me, Ukes. Yuko Cole, Dodgers in seven. The
Unbelievable.
only prognosticator I heard in this country
That's
to say
it.
Dodgers in seven. A lot of people said five.
Yeah.
PJ, you and I had six,
We had six.
and
Seven.
it didn't look good.
No.
But this was an incredible collective. This team was unbelievably resilient.
Yep.
Blue bamboo. They bent. Dodgers did not break.
Right.
Let's face it. I've been watching baseball. You have as well, PJ, Chris Donovan, producer on the ones and the twos. We've been watching this game 40, 50, 60 years. We've been playing this game as little kids. I have never seen a baseball game this exciting as last night's game seven. I've never seen a World Series this
Yep.
exciting in my life, and I've seen a few.
Yep.
And I've never seen a baseball game this exciting as the game seven in my life ever. Best ever game. I'm just any sport.
Well,
You
I
can
just
take
think I
basketball,
think
you
it
can
helped
take football.
baseball so
Baseball's a
much.
different beast.
Yeah.
But the way the Dodgers came back, just to break it down a little bit, they're losing
Yeah.
3-0. Bichette hits the 3-run homer off Ohtani-san, and Dodger fans are in a severe funk.
Yeah.
Yuko is going crazy right next to me. She's doing all kinds of hand gesticulations, trying to send energy to Toronto. Down 3-0. I said, Yuke, it's early. They have time to rally. And I like this. I like the at-bats. The at-bats, they were making good contact, off of Scherzer. So even though it's 3-0, you're saying, okay, they're not striking out a lot. They're making contact. And then they started chipping away, chipping away. Will Smith doubled it a run, so it's 3-1. Okay. Then it's 3-2. They chipped away. They got another one, 3-2. But then 4-2. I mean,
Right.
I think Clement hit a double. When doesn't he hit a double? This guy had like 50 hits in the postseason.
Amazing player.
It was insane. The whole Blue Jay lineup was just so tough, so grueling. And 4-2, you're in Toronto. The whole, oi, Canada, they're going nuts, at Rogers Center. They have
Yeah.
a 2-run lead. And we really haven't shown much offense. The entire World Series, we're hitting like 200. And then Dodger fans are not they're expecting, they're hoping, they believe that things can happen. And then Muncy hits a towering blast
Wow. That was
to
a
make it
shot. That was a
right
shot.
to make it 4-3. Okay, we're within one. Anything can happen. A gong me, you. Anything can happen. There is hope when you're down 1 run.
Yeah.
But you're in Toronto. Forget game six, which was insane with a double play, with Kike to
Yeah.
Mickey on the last play of the game. But we're in game seven now. And this is it. This is the whole season. It would be called a severe failure if the Dodgers didn't win because they've gotten this far.
Yeah.
And they're down 4-3, but you're expecting them to do something. And then ninth inning, Miggy Rojas.
Whoa.
Miggy Rowe with 1 out, 2 outs away from elimination, 2 outs away from sayonara. Miggy Rojas goes deep. Oh, you got me. 4-4.
4-4.
4-4, PJ, and the place is going dead silent.
Oh.
It's as if the 50,000 at the Rogers Center knew what was going on
Yeah.
because they could not put us away.
They couldn't put us away.
After getting to Ohtani-san,
Yeah.
then you have a Wobleski signing.
Yep.
Then you have a glass now. And suddenly you have Snell out of the bullpen pitching great, getting four incredible outs. And then finally the MVP is in the ball game.
How about that? After 96 pitches the day before,
Day before.
he's back.
This is beyond Koufax. Okay, you know how much I love Koufax and
Yes.
Drysdale. And they had amazing World Series back in the 60s, but never did anyone ever win 3 games like Yamamoto. And no one ever pitched with no days rest like
Ooh.
Yamamoto. The Big Yama, we wrote Big Yama. I wrote haikus about Big Yama on Friday. And I'm on the air on AM 570 LA Sports with Rogan and Rodney reciting haikus all about Big Yama. I had a feeling Big Yama was going to be the key. He was. But we're still in the ninth inning, and we're celebrating Miggy Rowe, 4-4. And then Blue Jays get guys on.
Oh,
There's a double from Guerrero. Guerrero doubles. You think, okay, it's done. It's phase. They have the bases loaded. They have 1 out. They have contact hitters. They hit it to Miggy Rowe. Remember, Miggy Rowe gets the ground ball with the bases loaded, 1 out.
unbelievable play.
He's slipping. He slips. And yet he gathers himself and is able to make an incredible throw of Will Smith, America's catcher, whose foot kind of dragged off the plate, but he brought it back to the plate.
Tippy toe.
Nickel time.
Yeah.
And they get the force play at the plate. There's 2 outs. And, Yama takes care of business. It's 4-4 into the 11th.
Yes.
PJ, everyone's going crazy.
Both sides.
Everyone's
Both
in pins and needles.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Yuko are screaming. Whittier is going crazy here in the streets. We could feel it. And there's Will Smith, home run.
Wow.
Another incredibly clutch hit by America's catcher Will Smith to make it 5-4. And then bottom of the 11th, PJ, more base runners for Toronto.
What are we doing here?
And then suddenly, Yamamoto sucks it up once again and induces the double play grounder. Mookie Betts makes the play.
What a running play that was.
Beautiful play. It's been lost, in the great catch by Paez over Kike and left. We can't forget that game-saving play.
Yeah.
Climbing over Kike Hernandez to make the play.
Right.
I mean, and he's done nothing the entire series, Paez.
No.
That's a game-saving, catch.
Yes.
But Mookie with the beautiful fielding play at shortstop and steps on second, throws to first, double play, game's over. World Series is won. We win the World Series.
Unbelievable.
We win the World Series.
Unbelievable.
How did they do it, PJ?
I tell you how they did it. They did it with gut because that's the only way you could do. You had to gut that out. The Blue Jays, and I give them a ton of credit. Like you said, they're a contact team. Those guys hit like nobody's business. I've never seen hitters that go with the pitch more. Our hitters are great hitters, but they're always trying to maneuver. And these guys just go where the ball is and they get the hit and they put it in there. That makes the difference. They're amazing contact hitters. I didn't think the Dodgers had a chance when they got the bases loaded like that. I thought it was over because of the contact hitting that goes on. It was only those amazing plays that you cited that kept them from losing that game in the World Series ultimately. I have nothing but great things to say about the Blue Jays. I think they're an incredible team, incredible players. I don't like Springer, but that's because of the Astros and all that,
Oh,
I
sure.
hated Springer's with his socks rolled up.
Hated Astros when they stole the World Series from the Dodgers in 2017.
Yeah. I mean, total thieves. But aside from him, that team has heart. I love their manager. I love their players. And there's a piece of me that felt really badly for them because they played so hard. They battled back. Remember early in the season, they were in last place. They looked terrible.
They were in last place last year.
Yeah.
They were a last place team. They turned it around. PJ, I mean, Toronto has gotten kudos, and I also like the fact they put the 51 Alex Vesia's number on their hats in the bullpen. I thought that was a very classy move.
Yeah.
Jimenez, no class at all to create a basic, a brawl, basically a bench clearing brawl when
Yeah.
he got hit by the pitch, and he wanted to get hit by the pitch.
You saw him stick his hand out on
And,
that pitch. You saw him stick his hand
oh yeah,
out.
well, Blesky even said post game he wanted to get hit in the pitch before. He wanted to
Yeah.
get hit, so he got hit, and then he got upset.
Yeah.
You know, he got his base. I mean, Wobleski said, said it all.
Yeah.
Also kudos with Wobleski coming out of the pen. Well, also the Dodgers are so resilient and such a collective. PJ, when you hit 200 as a team in the World Series, you usually lose that World Series.
Yes.
But they had big hits. They had big swings.
Yeah.
That was the key, last night. Big swings. Will Smith had some gigantic swings. Don't forget Max Muncy, a 3-hit game. He hadn't hit the whole series. Muncy stepped up with 3 hits, including that gigantic home run to make
That
it
was
4
huge.
game. And
And
he had
you know me. I'm not like a super fan of Dave Roberts, but
he was amazing.
you got to give guys kudos. He brought in Rojas, who I was saying the whole time, Rojas and Kike are the spark plugs of that team. You
Yes.
got to have those guys in critical times. Well, he brought him in game 6 and he paid off. Brought him in game 7 and totally paid off on a great throw and a home run to get us even, and then a throw to keep us from losing. I know Yamamoto is amazing and he deserved the MVP, but right behind him, I give the runner-up MVP to Rojas. I really do. Without him, the Dodgers would not have been there. No way, no how. And give Dave Roberts his dues. He put that guy in. He hadn't played. He put him in game 6, and it was a total correct thing to do. It sparked the team. Rojas made great plays. So all big kudos to those guys, really. I mean, just amazing, amazing, and also to Snell, who, had a rough couple games but came back so strong.
4 big outs. He had
Yeah.
4 gigantic outs.
Yes. Yeah.
Snellzilla became Snellzilla once again.
Yeah.
And you give love to Dave Roberts. The
Yes.
sensei, as I've been calling him, for so many years, deserves it. PJ, he made all the right moves.
You made all the right moves.
He moved Mookie to the cleanup slot.
Yep.
To give him a little more clearing of the clutter of his mind. He was
Yep.
pressing. He had the big two-run single in game 6 that essentially won game 6 for the Dodgers offensively was the Mookie single because he only managed 4 hits in game 6.
Right.
So that was an amazing move. And then the Miggy Rojas move was brilliant. He has been the glue to this team, the emotional glue
Totally.
for so many years. He's a legend. He became an instant legend, Mickey Rojas.
Yeah.
Miggy Rowe, instant legend last night in Dodger lore with the home run, with the amazing fielding plays.
Yeah.
I remember he caught that ball at second base to end game 6, the double play to end game 6, from Kike with a great catch in the left field on a line drive. That was mind blowing, and then that introduced us to more mind blowing stuff in game 7. But Dave Roberts now has 3 world championships, one more than the great Lasorda.
Amazing.
His
Amazing.
regular season's record is off the charts, the best in baseball history as a regular
Yes.
season manager.
Yeah.
And Dave Roberts deserves all the kudos and love because he made all the right moves,
Yes.
pushed all the right buttons. PJ,
You got to give him credit. You got to tip your hat to him. That funky hat you're wearing, you got to tip it to him.
Dodger
You got to
Blue,
do it. There you go.
Dodger
And
Blue.
my question is this: 2 questions. Number one, Vic, you live beautiful city of Whittier. How far are you in minutes from downtown LA? Because Monday, the big Dodger parade. Will you be there, Vic Jacobs? Will you be on hand?
I will not be at the parade, but I will be watching it and listening on AM 570 LA Sports, who has the best coverage of this parade, as they
Oh
always
yeah.
have. And there'll be a million people in the streets,
Yeah.
beginning at I think 10:30. The parade
Yeah.
being 10:30, 11, beginning downtown LA, and of course ending with the great ceremony at Dodger Stadium. But PJ, before we get to all the pure joy of the parade, we got to break down this team. Then now they're back to back for the first team in 25 years to go back to back World Series champions.
Hmm.
3 in 6 years, 3 world championships by the Dodgers in 6 years. Are they a dynasty?
Hmm.
Yes, no doubt, because in these turbulent times of professional sports where everyone's leaving back and forth, they have an incredible stability that they've built with the amazing organization.
Yeah.
And kudos again, Mark Walter,
Yes.
the owner, Guggenheim, for supplying the will, the money, the organization to make it happen. Andrew Friedman, El Presidente, the baseball operations, the architect of these championships. He's been unbelievable. Stan Kasten, the president of the Dodgers,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Gomes, general manager. All these guys have put it together. Of course, their scouting system is second to none.
Yeah.
Their farm system is so strong.
I was going to say that's second to
This
none.
is a blend. This is,
Yeah.
these are homegrown guys I brought up along, with these amazing free agents. But Yamamoto, MVP, PJ, Sandy Koufax never won 3 games in a World Series. The
No.
great Koufax never won three. He won two back in the 60s when they were incredibly dominant, the Dodgers with Drysdale. That team, that was a dynasty in the early 60s. But Koo, bless his heart, never won 3 games in a World Series, one singular World Series.
Yeah.
Yamamoto does. Paul, no one pitches on no day's rest. And Yamamoto pitched, and his stuff was the same
Same.
brilliance as the night before.
Well, remember, he's been saying since the Japan days when he was there, and he doesn't push because he's not a pushy guy, but he keeps saying, I can pitch 140 pitches a game easily and always have. And he's Japan, he pitched 140 pitches per game, no problem, no sore arm, nothing. So we know he can do it. I mean, Dave tries to, you know how Dave is the regulator. He tries to regulate everybody. I don't think he gets the most out of Yamamoto that he can even get because this guy's got the ability to pitch 140 pitches if he wants to. So coming back, amazing feat. Not a lot of people could even do it. But for him, not that difficult. That's why he had all his stuff. That's why he had it. Look at Otani-san. Didn't quite have what he needed because
Didn't have it last night.
he didn't get his
That's all.
rest.
Didn't have it. Yeah,
He didn't get his rest. So only a very rare few. That's why when you talk about dynasties, I can't remember any dynasty. You talk about Koufax and Drysdale all the time. They had two top amazing pitchers. They had a dynasty. The Dodgers right now have four top pitchers. Top.
Ace is wild.
Ace
Aces
is
are
wild.
wild.
Dodgers, what they need to do is really get the broom out and almost clean sweep, except for a couple guys, which we can mention, and fix that bullpen. They need to pretty much clean sweep that and get some players in there because that's going to be their downfall next year if they don't build up that bullpen. In my opinion, that's what I think is going to happen.
Absolutely, PJ. The bullpen was always the Achilles heel.
Yeah.
They failed to address that situation at the trading deadline when they could have
Yeah.
gotten a good relief pitcher for some flotsam and jetsam minor leaguer. Didn't happen, and that was the factor that almost bit them in the ass
Right.
in this World Series because the bullpen had flamed out. Some guys
Horrific.
stepped up. I mean, the 18
Horrific.
inning game was insane. Remember Will Klein?
Yes.
4 scoreless innings. Who's Will Klein? A
Right.
rookie came out of nowhere, threw 72 pitches. He was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Will Klein saved the World Series as well. There were so many heroes, for the Dodgers. It wasn't just Yamamoto's
No.
son, who was just, the MVP and unbelievably great and transformed himself. Talk about Lamar, talk about pimping the butterfly,
Yeah.
from Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
The transformation of Yamamoto-san into the greatest pitcher on the planet. He is the best pitcher on the planet because no one does that. Someone can maybe have more wins than Yamamoto. Maybe some guys have more strikeouts, more better ERA, but he is the iron will. He is samurai. He lives through death, shows no fear, ultimate self-sacrifice. That is the definition of a samurai warrior. That is Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yes.
The way he just sacrificed his body for that team.
Wow.
That message didn't go unheard by the Dodger players. They couldn't believe that Yamamoto was going to pitch Game 7.
They were in awe.
They were in awe. Everyone was. I look up. I said, okay, so Suzuki's coming in. Yuko says, no, that's Yamamoto. I said, because I looked down for a moment, as you do sometimes. And it's Yamamoto.
It's
And I
Yamamoto.
thought, okay, Suzuki's ready, right? No, Suzuki, the kid wasn't ready.
No.
And it was too big of a situation. I don't
It
know
was
what
too
it was.
big. It was too big for him, even though he's an amazing pitcher.
Amazing.
That moment was too big for him.
Another hero
Yeah.
Roki Sasaki.
Yes.
And of course, Otani-san, pitching on fumes, gave him a couple innings, but then the Bichette home run, that was it. That was a good
Yeah.
move by Dave to take him out because he had, it wasn't happening. He was wild. Uh, that was not, classic Otani on the mound. So that was
No.
a great move by Dave to pull him early. And, the bullpen, even though it was, beleaguered and exhausted, they did an okay. They were fine. They came out and they made it possible for the Dodgers to rally, even though
Mm.
that was a weak point. But they're a collective, man. You must have 26 guys, 40 guys,
You
50 guys,
got it.
whatever it takes
You got it.
to get it done. You have to have that team concept. And Dave Roberts had sold it to this team from spring training. He said every one of you is going to have to contribute to this team to
Yep.
repeat. And they did. They were
They pulled it off.
unbelievably unified
Yep.
and forged, by Dave Roberts' leadership, the sensei, the teacher. He was just incredible. And to stay with Yamamoto, he knew something. Dave knew Yamamoto's mindset, that iron will,
Yeah.
that indefatigable spirit. He knew that Yamamoto had it in him. To stay with Yamamoto, and Yamamoto just, every situation, bases loaded, one out, guy on second, nobody out. Yamamoto just stepped up, and Dodger fans go crazy, and we go nuts. And PJ, they are a dynasty, and they can continue to be dynastic. Vegas already has them as the favorites for next year. Why? Because they're all in place. They have all the guys under contract. I mean,
Right.
there's no looming free agents.
No.
They all want to be Dodgers. Everyone wants to be a Dodger, be a part of this bliss, this
That's right.
baseball bliss. Snellzilla became a Dodger. Other teams were giving him more money, but he wanted to he wanted to feel that champagne in his eye last night in that Toronto locker room.
He
He
loved it.
wanted to feel that,
Yeah.
and also let's not forget Clayton Kershaw
No, of course.
going out so beautifully with his third championship, and
Yeah.
he had a big out, in the World
Huge. That was
Series,
huge.
gigantic
Yeah.
out.
And what a
Uh,
way for him to end his star-studded career and walk into the Hall of Fame. I was so
Perfect.
happy they didn't put him back in again. That was the perfect way to end that career. He just came back. He got that out under so much pressure, and he walked off victorious and did his part. It was amazing. I mean, it really was a series for everyone, whether you're a Dodger fan or not,
A
to
series for the ages.
remember.
A
It
series
was
for the ages.
a series for the ages, and yeah, we got to move on because we got a couple other things to talk about. But just in closing, if we can just say, Monday morning, the Dodgers are doing their parade. Tuesday morning, in their room in the clubhouse, when they do their goodbyes and they clear out their lockers and all that, there should be a giant sign up in the office that says bullpen, and they got to put 100% focus on the bullpen, and they've got to make some changes, and they've got to reel in some good players if they want to continue this dynasty, because that's the weak point. That's where teams like the Brewers and everybody can come back and bite you. And we got past the Brewers, we got past San Diego, but these teams are building, and the Blue Jays aren't going away either. So there's a lot of teams out there. You got to strengthen that bullpen. So let's leave it at that and move on to some NFL talk because we've got NFL.
Before we go to week 9, just want to say it one more time. Los Angeles Dodgers, back to back world champions. Gong me Ukes. Ah, history was made last night in Toronto, Canada. Dodgers. Who knew?
Who
We
knew?
knew.
We knew.
Yuko
No,
knew.
Yuko knew. That's who
Yuko
knew.
knew. Dodgers in
Yuko
7.
knew.
NFL, PJ, yeah, man. Week 9 already. Can you believe it?
No,
Uh,
no.
Again, I am flabbergasted how quickly the season goes.
Wow.
And again, the best teams in the league remain, Indianapolis Colts,
Yep.
the gigantic surprise. They remain with Daniel Jones at quarterback. I mean, and Taylor at running back. They're
Yep.
just crushing teams, quality victories.
Yep.
And they're a phenomenon as far as I'm concerned. No one saw the Indianapolis Colts coming. There's always one team in the NFL
Yeah.
that you don't see coming,
Yep.
and that was the Colts. And they're just playing brilliant football. Your Denver Broncos, they're 6-2. They're
They'll be
six and
there.
two. PJ,
Yep.
Knicks is inconsistent, but he comes up in the clutch.
He comes
When
up in
he
the clutch. Yeah.
that Giants victory when they were down 19 in the fourth
Ooh.
quarter was unbelievable. They are 6 and 2 atop the AFC West. But PJ, the best team in the AFC West right now is the Kansas City Chiefs.
They look amazing. They look amazing. And we knew they were going to be amazing. You know,
Yes,
they had an off year. They're back. Mahomes looks sharp as ever. They've somehow found their receivers, and that core looks really good now with Worthy back and all that. That team is a team to be dealt with. They could be back in the Super Bowl easily, easily. I don't count them out. I know a lot of people do. First of all, you can never count out Mahomes, but now with the way they're setting up, if barring injury, they could be right there.
oh, there's no doubt because
Yeah.
the AFC is the tough division with the Broncos and the Chargers. Who had a big win last time out.
Yep.
They're playing later in Tennessee.
Yep.
Joe Alter's back, but I think Joe suffered an injury early in that game. I hope he's okay. The great Joe Alter, the great left tackle for the Chargers. But NFL is wide open.
It's wide open.
In the East, the world champion Eagles.
Yep.
You know they look decent, but with Hurts, Saquon Barkley, defense is tough, but they're no runaway to get to
Oh
San
no.
Francisco in the Super Bowl.
No.
I mean, it's so crazy wide open,
It is.
and I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. But my Jets,
Oh,
last week we
they got to
lost
win.
them.
They got one win. You should stop now.
The
I'd fold up
Giants.
my suitcase and go home and say, guys, take the rest of the season off. We got to win. Glenn, the coach, should just pack them up and say, go, go have fun. Maybe go support the Giants and try to get them a
My
casino win.
Giants, PJ Scannabo is done for the season.
Yeah,
The angry white running back who played with his hair on fire,
that's
suffering
gonna
that
hurt. Yeah,
horrific ankle injury, out for the season. He'll be ready next year, but this season's done
it's done.
for the New York Football Giants. I mean, Dart is a nice story. He'll keep them in games, but they're going nowhere. Scannabo was really the key uh, to the whole engine
Yeah.
that was running. They had something going on with
Yep.
Dart and Scannabo. Even though the Giants were like 2-5, now what, 2-6, whatever they are, they're going nowhere. But Scannabo provided a spark for that
He
team,
did. He did. He was the spark plug, and he's
and
gone. He's gone.
Dart picked up on it. They loved
Yep.
Jackson Dart. It was just wonderful to see.
Yep.
But my Giants are done. My Jets are done. It's the usual story, at the midway point of the NFL
It's the
season.
midway point. You could stop watching football if you're a Giants or a Jets fan because it's toilet bowl time for them. They're done. But the Ravens, now a great big breath of hope. Lamar back in the saddle, ready to go, supposedly. His ankle all better.
4 touchdowns,
Yep.
big win.
Big win.
They're not out of it. They're only what I think they were a game and a half
They're a
going
game and a
to
half. Yeah.
Sunday's action behind the Steelers,
Yeah.
who have a very tough game today.
Yeah.
This is wide open. I don't count out the Ravens at all because
Oh, no.
Harbaugh's an
No.
excellent coach.
Yeah.
The defense has been decimated by injuries. They'll get guys coming back, but now
Yep.
you got the MVP. Remember,
Yes.
Lamar Jackson's the MVP. Was it Josh Allen? I'm not even sure who won last year. Was it Josh Allen of
Josh
Buffalo?
Allen. Yeah, but this year, I mean, Lamar Jackson, when he's playing, he's the MVP. There's
He's
no question.
unbelievable.
There's
He's
no
unbelievable.
question. There's no question
So
in
you
my
can't.
mind.
I'm not counting out the Ravens, even though a lot of people
Yeah.
did. Uh, they're still in the hunt. A game and a half back. Buffalo is strong. They're always going to be strong with Josh Allen.
Yep.
So there's a lot of quality teams out there.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. The next half season, we got a half. Today marks the halfway point. We got 9 more games after this, plus the playoffs, plus the Super Bowl.
Don't forget
It's
the
gonna be
Rams. The Rams are playing good ball.
Rams are playing good ball. They're a
Stafford has been
sleeper.
sensational. Yeah, they are a sleeper.
They're a sleeper.
You know,
So
they picked up a cornerback this weekend. Via trade. They're always working to get better. Matthew Stafford's having an incredible season, very under the radar. Matt
yeah,
Stafford. Well, we wouldn't even know if he was going to play this year with the back. They're saying, is he going
no,
to play with the bad back? Yes, he's playing with a bad back. Yes, his offensive line is keeping him upright, and yes, Matthew Stafford is throwing for touchdowns, and the Rams defense is swarming. They're a young, hungry defense,
They look
and
good.
the
They look
Rams
good.
look good.
Yeah,
That
solid.
NFC West is crazy. The 49ers, if no Purdy, they're staying in it. I don't know how they do it. Shanahan's a great coach. I mean, that's how they're staying,
Yep,
above water. They're treading water, but they're above water. Seattle is playing good ball.
yep.
This is it's such a fascinating
The fun
not
time.
9 weeks. It's been a fascinating nine weeks
Yeah.
in
Before
your
we move on
National Football League.
to college football, though, I got to ask you your opinion. You got to pick one. We're going to put down like a fake Chauncey Billups $100 bill on this. For who do you pick to win more games, the Jets or the Raiders? And we'll come
Wow.
back and see this. Who wins more games for the year? $100 of Chauncey Billups money
Chauncey
on.
Billups, Greenbacks. I'll go with my Jets Jets.
You're going Jets. Okay. You're
It's,
going
a, it's
Jets.
an upset because
Okay.
the Raiders have much more quality than the Jets.
Yeah.
They have Pete Carroll
Yeah.
at the helm. They've won 2 games already, so they're already +1.
They're plus one.
On the Jets. But
Yeah.
can the Raiders stay this stagnant? I
Hmm.
think Pete won't stand for it,
Okay.
and
I
hopefully,
like it. I like your choice. So let's
Geno Smith is a better quarterback,
yeah.
in theory,
Yeah.
than Fields. So I have to go. I'm going Jets as an upset. It looks like an obvious pick, Raiders, but I'm going to go upset Jets.
I like
Maybe
it.
maybe they get some life in the second half.
Maybe they get a little life. We'll
Also,
see.
second, college football, PJ,
Yes.
your Trojans. That was a big win for them in Lincoln, Nebraska.
That was huge. That was huge. And they look good. They didn't look great, but they look good. 21-17, I'll take it. Nebraska, not the toughest team in the world, but
They were six and
respectable.
two. They were six and
Respectable.
two going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were a good team.
Yep.
PJ, the passing attack was horrific yesterday. And Ava had a horrific game. He
Horrible.
threw he threw for like 125 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst Trojan passing attack in 7 years.
Yeah.
But
But the
King
running,
King Miller,
yeah,
the King.
the
King
king.
Miller ran for 128 yards.
Yep.
The defense got it done. This was such a gutsy, throwback win for the Trojans. Good
Totally.
defense and an
Totally.
excellent running game. I mean,
Yeah.
that was their prescription for victory years ago. You know,
Right.
when but then they got soft. But this was a tough game on the road to get over 200 yards rushing against Nebraska in Lincoln. Which is a hell of a place to play.
Yep.
And they got it done. They were losing most of that game. They came back second half. So
Yeah.
the 23rd ranked Trojans are going to move up.
They're going to
I
move
think
up.
to, I think to 18, 17 because a lot of teams have been lost
Yep.
ahead of them.
I think you're right. I think around 17 or 18 they'll be ranked for this next game.
So they're
You,
not out of the college football playoff yet, but they got some tough,
they got,
grueling
they got
games
some,
left,
yeah,
man.
they got some tough games left, and for UCLA, just a total blowout, wipeout, 56 to what, 6 or something.
Oh
They
yeah, then
lost.
they got the week off, but they're in court. And this really troubled me, PJ,
Yeah,
that UCLA wants to move their football games from the fabled Rose Bowl to Sci-Fi.
I know.
You don't mess with the tradition.
That
There was
is such
already
strange.
horrific talk of SC and Notre Dame dropping their game. You can't drop the iconic Rose Bowl
You're
from
starting over if
of
you do. You're
UCLA.
starting. Yeah,
UCLA, what are you thinking? You see the brick,
they
UCLA.
deserve
You
it.
keep it in Pasadena. You see the brick? You freaks are on me, Ukes. Move it from the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
Okay, the football teams have sucked the last few years,
yeah,
but if they start winning, they look good recently. I know they
that's it.
lost by 50 to Indiana, but
Yep.
before that, they had won 3 in a row.
Yeah,
PJ, they were on a roll.
they're on a roll.
They could salvage something from the season, but yes, UCLA was horrific,
Yeah,
against Indiana. But Indiana's tough. Number 2 in America behind their head coach Signetti, who's been unbelievable. Should be
unbelievable.
coach of the year.
Yeah,
Again, Ohio State, the powerhouse, number 1.
powerhouse.
Um, a lot. Some teams, Miami is out of it right now. Miami looked good early.
Yeah, they don't look good now. They
They're
don't look
out of
good.
it.
Yeah.
The college football playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, unless they can keep winning. But I think they're done. There are some sleepers.
Yep.
Texas A&M looks good. Ole Miss looks good.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is looking very good.
Yeah.
There are some teams you see them in the college football playoff. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But I love to see USC rise up.
They could do it. They could do it. They got a ways to go. They got some tough teams ahead.
Yes, they
Let's see
do.
how they do. Even UCLA will play them tough when they get there. They will, even though UCLA is not very good
Well, they'll be at the
overall.
Coliseum this year at the
Yeah.
Collie, so it's going to be
It's going to be a tough game, though. It
rough
always
going for
is.
UCLA. But you know what? USC, if they can play good defense, and their running game has been tremendous.
Yeah,
And Maiev is a very talented quarterback.
he is, although he sucked this
It,
last game,
it
but
was a terrible game for him.
it's a
He
terrible game.
ran he ran the ball well, but
Yeah,
again, good
yeah.
win, solid road win. Every road win, that's a very tough
Yeah.
conference, man.
And
You
and
know,
we and Victor, we need to close with the Lakers just in terms of Mr. Walters taking over, officially transferring the money, $10 billion. Now, I don't. Do you think he Zellies that or Venmos? What do you think he does?
uh,
Ten billion dollars out of my account. Zelly that to Jeannie Buss and her siblings, and I would love just to see
how
that.
is it a check? Yeah, how does that
Yeah,
money
is
work?
it a transfer? Like, I mean, what kind of a
It's
transfer?
got to be a wire
There's
transfer to the
something very
accounts of the
strange, but
Bus family. Oh,
imagine the bank that hits, and they look at $10 billion coming in. That hits on a wire transfer or a Zelly or whatever it is. I mean, I'm being funny with the Zelly. It's obviously not a Zelly, but what an incredible moment for everybody involved. What an incredible moment for the six siblings. Jeannie and her family each get taking over $1 billion and stuffing it in their bank account.
and Jeannie will still be the
She's the
face of the
governor.
franchise for the next
She's the
5 years,
governor.
which is good.
Yeah.
Mark Walter, I love this guy. I
Yeah.
met him when he first bought the Dodgers, and he's a mensch. He's a prince.
Yes.
We used to talk on the field a lot. He embraced me in my Dodger poncho and
Yeah.
my
He loves it. He
bamboo
loves your garb.
and
Your
my
garb.
fur. He embraced me. Mark Walter embraced me as a Dodger when he
Yeah.
first came. I said, "This man is what a prince of a man. Just a wonderful dude. He's got to be the most blissed out guy in Los
Oh,
Angeles. His
on
sale
top of
goes
the world.
through for $10 billion for the Lakers, and his Dodgers win their back-to-back World Series 3 in 6 years. Mark Walter and Guggenheim, they've got to be the most blissed out people in America, in the
They're
world.
they're going to Disneyland.
They're going to Disneyland.
And we got to go, Victor. We got to say goodbye. Thank you so much to everyone, to Chris Donovan, our
Chris Donovan, you're the
amazing
best on
producer.
the ones and the
The best. He's
twos.
up all night at Universal, taking the fam out, having fun, getting scared, watching the Dodgers play. Then he's back on the board in the morning doing his thing. The amazing Yuko, who picked the 7 games, picked it, went
Only one in
7,
America,
only
only
one.
prognosticator to pick the Dodgers in 7.
Right.
My beloved bride, Yuko Sakamoto. How does she do it?
And,
She knows. She knows.
and of course, Big Dave on the graphics.
Dave Cardona, graphics master. Thank you,
Yes.
DC. And PJ, thank you.
Thank you.
We went through an incredible week. Everyone enjoy the parade.
Yep.
And as I say, thank you to everyone streaming our show.
Share it, please.
Feeling
Share it.
You with Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ. Share it, love it, like it. We love you. You go.
Sayonara.
Thank you. Gong me, you. I'm feeling you.